Warning. A very good friend of mine told me something the other day. I'd like to pass it on to you because I believe that what he said to be true. He said, "We're here for a good time, not a long time, so have a good time. The sun can't shine every day." If you do not find this video entertaining, then you are taking life way too seriously. If you have a complaint about any episode, please book an appointment with the therapist. Cheers, dudes. That's dude.
That's dude.
And welcome to Lazyboys Night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
What's
Can you smell
happening
it?
here?
Can you smell it?
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
No, can you smell what the dude is pouring?
Damn.
I know, right?
Very fruity.
This is the Raspberry Wheat by Clocktower Brew Pub. So clearly a summer beer, very fruity, very aromatic.
Very.
I'm looking forward to trying this.
You
looks
fruity
delicious.
beer snob.
Well, you know what? I used to when I was a lot younger. I thought, no, beer should taste like beer. Fruits are like for not beer. But now I don't know. I've changed my mind. I think you said something like that too. Reason.
Well, we had the episode we had that Broadhead after hours. Check it out, dude. Put it down there. Thank you.
But you know, it's variety, it's flavor, it's nice, and depending on the season, I don't think I'd want one of these.
Shut up! I want to drink it.
But before you do,
I know. You
subscribe,
right here. Whoa.
like and share.
Very important.
There you go.
Thumbs up, folks.
Thumbs up. Be the
What
fonts.
are we doing today?
I think we're doing a crappy bowl of mystery right after this.
Whoa. Cheers.
Cheers.
Two guys talking, saying anything, nothing new to say, talking anyway. Stop yammering, can't hear a thing, nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew. Let's have one more brew. One more brew. Stop talking, try listening, try anything, try whistling. There you go again, saying anything, nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew. Let's have one more brew. One more brew.
Can I smell this?
Let's-
Oh, welcome
That's
to
a total,
summer.
I was going to say, this is a total summer patio beer.
Hello, summer.
It's very light, it's very refreshing, a little fruity, raspberry aromatic without being overpowering. I've had some where it's like too much and you feel like they just put on the artificial flavors in here.
If I was sitting on a patio drinking this stuff, I'd need a ride home.
Oh yeah, you'd have a lot more, especially on the hot days we've been having lately.
Yeah.
This would just be like, please, one more, one more.
Very
Oh
nice.
yeah,
It's super
nice.
clear, crisp. Love it.
Well done, Clocktower Brew Pub.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had lunch there recently.
And
I'd never really had a meal there. I'd have a few other beers, but they had this barbecue beef brisket sandwich that was really, really damn good. Surprisingly, I thought it'd be typical pub fare. It was a lot fancier. And
not only
very
doing
nice.
beers anymore, folks.
No,
We're
no.
doing beers and food now.
That's right. Barbecue beef brisket. Nice.
That's what Lazyboys is going to be now. We're just going to talk about beers and food. You
I'm
enjoy
okay
that?
with that. But I
Do
still
you know
want a
how
crappy
many
bowl.
freaking YouTube channels there are about that?
But that's why
we're
we
not
have the
doing
crappy
that.
bowl.
No.
No.
No. Crappy bowl?
Crappy bowl.
Okay, crappy bowl. Who's reading?
You want to read? You want me to read?
I'll read.
Okay.
I'll try.
Dude can read, you know.
I can.
He has a diploma.
I do. Any other compliments? That sound very condescending. Come on, baby. Throw another
He
one
can
in.
read at least at a 5th grade level.
No, that's not
At
true.
least.
Oh, I got.
Is it a short one? A long one? You
Well,
got a short
yeah,
one.
you're
You-
16.
Oh! Alright.
All right. Dude, there's too much lighting. I can't even see through this paper. Whew. Very interesting.
Interesting heavy. You went, whoo.
Well, it can be heavy or it could be very lighthearted. We'll find out. Where is the line between art and not art? By Bridget Bridget sent this in. I don't know from
Where's the
Bridget.
line between art
and not art? So what do you consider? Where do you think that if somebody claims this is art, you don't understand what we're trying to do over here?
I think
these two lines, even if they're black, it's something. The little dot in the corner, that's something. You don't understand nothing at all, mister.
I think the line is depending on how pretentious you are about this.
That's
thing.
what I just did.
Exactly. I think that's the line. Because to me, art is incredibly subjective to me.
Oh,
if you like
it's the
something,
most subjective thing there is.
If you like something and nobody else does, I don't care. You like it, you're allowed to like it, and it's art for you. And that's what it is.
Don't tell me that it's art and make me feel like I'm a dumbass because I don't understand what I'm looking at.
Or charge me, you want to buy this piece, it'll be $50,000.
Yeah.
What? It's and I know art is supposed to make you think. It's supposed to be provocative, and I get that sometimes, but sometimes
parts of it, but not all of it.
No, always. And to me, art still needs to have some kind of aesthetic value.
But if it's
crap,
what is art to you? Like, and what is art to me? It's not necessarily the same thing. I'm sure you and I will have a lot of things in common.
Yes.
I'm sure we go into an art gallery. Most of the things you're gonna like, I'm gonna like, vice versa. We'll be pretty damn close on it. There might be some pieces I'm going, that's awesome. And you're going, that's garbage. It's like, I could have done that in 10 minutes in my basement.
I remember that the National Gallery here in the Hollywood Hills.
In the Hollywood Hills.
Decades and decades ago, at one point, one of the pieces was just a urinal hanging over the door frame. And I'm like, I can't reach. But what's the actual art here? You went to the hardware store, you bought a urinal, you hung it on a wall.
So then
is that really art? And of course they say, well, it's
read the little card. It tells you what it's about or what the name of it is.
It's provocative. I'm like, no, it's bullshit. You spent $120 to buy a urinal and you hung it up and you're trying to pass it off as something because people are talking about it.
Yeah,
to me, that's bullshit.
Yeah, but
there's no aesthetic value to that.
Even that artist, it might be in their mindset, their thing is that they're actually putting value out there. They're actually thinking that they're helping society and, looking inside words. And there's a self-reflection on, first world issues that we don't have to go
I'm doing
through.
This right now.
Yeah, so maybe, you're being super judgy. You're being art judgy right now.
I am, but when you're trying to tell people that it's...
I'm just saying, don't tell me what if it's art
If you
or
had handcrafted that urinal out of something weird...
Like a bunch of bars of soap when you did 10 years in freaking San Quentin.
Okay, cool, you're a sculptor. You made a real-life thing. But just going to the hardware store, buying it, hanging it, that's bullshit. And there was this controversial piece again at the National Gallery.
The 3 colors then?
Yeah, something fire, something.
That's what I was joking about at the beginning.
Yeah, but it just looks like a big curtain. A big curtain, 3 different stripes of colors. That's it. And this piece was like millions of dollars.
You don't understand what they're trying to say.
Because all it was is you sewed fabric together and you charged millions for it. Anybody can sew. To me, art should be something that only you can do.
Did you know that you could sew? Yes, you can. You've heard it here for the first time on Lazyboys Night. You can sew.
To me, that was absolute bull. But then there's other pieces. You're like, okay, I can see.
Do you have to bleep out bullshit?
No.
Because we've said it a lot in this episode.
Well, because a lot of art can be bull. Modern art, I should say. Modern art.
You don't have to bleep this out.
A lot of the classical art, not necessarily so, because you require talent to do these things.
Okay, calm down.
No.
This is not a diatribe. So, for you,
yes,
what do you consider art? Like, at what moment do you go, to me, that's art, that's artistic?
To me, even whether I like the piece or not, I think the art needs to have some kind of aesthetic value. Okay? Hanging a urinal, you didn't make the urinal, you didn't do any, you
realize
just
you
moved
traumatized them, right?
No, but it's just, I think it's a prime example of there's no aesthetic value to this.
It's like, Mama,
okay,
I have to go now and I don't know how.
But you see, like
that's because you have a first world problem, son. You have to be able to urinate up there. If not, you're with the lower class.
Can I,
yes,
lower?
You can continue lower
class.
So upper class.
Even if there's artists where I don't like their style, I don't like their thing. If I can see that there's some kind of aesthetic value here, and there was an effort made to try to get something. Even if it's not it's like music, right? I'm not into country music, but I can appreciate that. A lot of people are, and there are some good songs out there, and it's a genre, and it's legitimate, even though it's not my thing. That this kind of piece might not be my thing, but I can appreciate that it's legitimate. But
hey, folks, he did
other
not
pieces.
just compare the toilet to the country music.
No, I did not.
Even
That's the
though
whole
some
point.
of you think
I'm saying the
that's what
country
he's saying.
music is legitimate.
Yeah.
Whereas the urinal is just a freaking urinal.
Okay.
Completely. So I think first and foremost, art needs some kind of aesthetic value. Now they say art has to be provocative. I don't think it has to be provocative.
No,
it can be,
for me,
but I don't think it has to be.
To me, that's not art. If somebody's trying to engage me in that way,
That's a political statement.
I want art to me is a Zen moment. That's what art is to me personally.
Okay.
Is whenever
That makes sense to
whenever
me.
there's something to me artistic, if it's a painting, a sculpture, or whatever it may be. If it's a musical piece, if it's whatever, even a building, and architecturally,
Something beautiful.
If I see something and I go,
Wow. Yeah.
that to me, that Zen moment, that to me, that's art. That you're bringing something in my life that I don't have elsewhere. You're actually adding to my life. If you're being provocative, that's the word you use, right?
Yeah.
So if you're using that and you're trying just to piss me off, I can do that on my own.
That's
I don't
political.
need art to piss me off. There's plenty of other stuff like drivers and stuff like that.
It's like I don't remember if we mentioned this actually on the show or just we had a conversation in passing. Not too long ago, this guy was paid an obscene amount of money, like in the tens of thousands, probably close to 100,000, not quite, but close to it, to put this piece. He bought a canvas at an art store, hung it up, and just put a label that said the tag, the description. It was called "Take the Money and Run."
Bravo.
Provocative? Yes.
Bravo.
Provocative? Yes. Art? No.
No.
Are you making a statement? Yes, you are. Your statement is, I'm going to rob these people and they're going to call me brilliant for it. That's your statement.
And they
I'm
will.
taking your money. I'm spending $30 on a canvas. I'm keeping the other 80 grand or whatever, stuffing it in my pocket, giving everybody the finger, and they're going to call me a genius for it.
Well,
so
dude,
provocative,
can
absolutely.
you do that finger thing again? Because he just did it. Do that again. Oh, that was super funny. That was great.
But actual art? No. And somebody say, oh, but he thought of it first. So what? I thought of a lot of things first. Am I called a genius, an artist, because I thought of something first? No.
Yeah.
That's, to me, that's political. That's giving the finger to society. That's not art. Was there a Zen moment there? No. There was you're a crafty bastard, yes. But is it a Zen moment? No. Does it have aesthetic quality? No. It's not art.
I wish Bridget would have put more information down because I did not think your question would have done that to him. A freaking toilet!
Oh, the urinal!
Upper class.
The urinal!
With their toilets up in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Being so posh and
We can't.
Posh and
you can say bullshit, but not
on its own?
I don't know. Dude, you let it out, right? I don't know. Yeah. All right.
Okay, whatever.
So I think we both agree it has to bring something to you, whether it's aesthetic or Zen. It has to have a value to you.
Yeah, so that's what we're saying at the very beginning.
At the very beginning.
Fact that it is 100% a personal thing, but there are people that will take advantage of the snobbery side of it, like the super art snobs that want to be above everybody else. So even they don't get it, but will pretend they get it, just so you feel like you're stupid and why you don't get it.
I'm getting a flashback. Do you remember the TV show Murphy Brown?
Of course.
On the original Murphy Brown show, there was a painter that lived in Murphy Brown's house, Eldon.
Mm-hmm.
He was there for years, but at one point, because he's an artist, he gets a commission to do this art gallery thing. And then the people are all gathered, and the room is white. There's nothing anywhere. There's nothing hanging on the walls. In the middle, there's a little sign with the no smoking. And people are studying the sign, and they're like, oh, it's bold, it's brilliant, and all sorts of social commentaries. And he comes in and he goes, no, that's a no smoking sign. You just can't smoke in here. And then somebody looks at him, oh, I get it. We are the art. We're the living embodiment. And he's like, no, I painted a mural on the ceiling. And then they all look up.
Oh, there it is.
So they were being such pretentious assholes, trying to give a meaning to something that wasn't there for the sake of sounding like a smart, artsy snob.
But you know what? That you saying that makes me realize at what extent that there is the snobbery I was talking about is that they're trying to push back so they can have it to themselves kind of thing, where most of society in general, if they actually see art anywhere, in a park, in somebody else's home, in a gallery, and wherever it may be, it speaks to you. You're going to enjoy it regardless of where it is, who made it, whatever it may be. But when you're trying to push people, like everyday people that go about their business and don't live in, you know, super luxury and have to find a reason or why they should be spending their money, most people enjoy art and they don't even realize it.
No.
And that's what it should be. It's like something, like I said, something that takes you out of your everyday, that moment.
It pleases
can be,
you.
Like, even if I'm looking at like movie posters, to me is art.
I love movie. It
Movie
is art.
posters are awesome.
Somebody
It's
designed
like
it,
something- exactly,
and it speaks to you, and you identify with what's happening here. You're excited. Album covers.
Yeah,
Boom.
exactly. Album covers were huge for artistic.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for imagery and everything else, and that when you had wanted a specific band and you looked at the album cover, and that would speak to it. That was like judging a book or by its cover. Hell yeah, that was happening back then.
Agreed.
So, anyways, awesome question, Bridget.
Thank you, Bridget.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, if use the urinal in the bathroom, the one over.
Not the one on the
is that gonna
ceiling.
work?
Don't
All
use that one. Everybody, don't go using that one.
See you next Thursday.
Cheers. See you next time.